It's Friday night drills. Here we are. I think you will be very surprised to see it's a different canvas. Oh my gosh, I actually finished the Rainbow Stormtrooper, and I am working on this pink flower. I think it's like a Gerber daisy by Fallon Gems. This is one of their mini gems that I'm just kind of seeing what I think of them, how I feel, and so that's what we're going to work on today. It's a holiday weekend. We've got, my gosh, today's Friday the 13th, and then it's Valentine's Day tomorrow, and then President's Day on Monday. So here's hoping everybody enjoys maybe a long weekend. I don't know if everybody gets a long weekend. I have a long weekend, but I spent quite a bit of time sick this week. So I'm not going to go into the office, but I've got a lot of stuff to make up. So that's what I will be doing over the weekend. This is, oh goodness, I didn't really get everything going on my, let's move this a little in my pen. So I gotta adjust that. And I also have to laugh every single time I film. My stomach just growls. And, it's, I'm sure, really pleasant background noise. I also can't tell. Here's what is very frustrating. Actually, maybe if I look through my phone camera, I can see the symbols better. But these symbols are really difficult to distinguish between. The only reason I'm pretty sure that's not a G is because G is a different color. Actually, let's look here really quick. There may not even be a G. Well, that's good. So those are C's. And nope, no Q. So feeling much better about this one than the last one. But happy long weekend, everybody. Lots to chat about. You know how my guideline here is I try not to make it any longer than a commute home, which settles around 20 to 30 minutes. My commute typically 20 minutes. Today it was 40 minutes. It was miserable. Okay, actually, that was a little bit of catastrophizing. It was not truly miserable. I listened to Smosh reads Reddit stories, so it was pretty entertaining. And gosh, there's all sorts of little notes I have about what to chat about this time. One of the things was this new piece of music that I discovered. I feel like sometimes YouTube gets me some weird suggestions. See, that looks like a G, and that looks like a C. I don't know. We're gonna look here again. I don't think there is a G. I don't see a 6. Weird. It's really hard to tell the difference. Okay, sorry. Back to talking about music. And yeah, this has wrinkly, crinkly paper. Let me see if I can adjust that. Hang on. Okay, I just removed the paper up that way, so hopefully you don't hear it crinkling, but now that means the whole canvas is exposed, and I'm afraid I'll end up getting my tray stuck. Okay, back to music. So, since I was sick for about a week, there was definitely a day that I just laid in bed I knew it was serious when I couldn't even get up to diamond art. And I thought, well, I'm not feeling well, so I'll stay home from work. I'll watch the Olympics. I'll do some diamond art. Nope. Couldn't do it. So I happened upon a YouTube channel that is Cirque du Soleil. I saw over Christmas, they did a show called 'Twas the Night Before Christmas at our local theater that does Broadway shows. Hang on, I'm gonna adjust again. Let me bring this up a little. Whoop. Don't know if that worked. No, I'll move this. Just so the pen doesn't, I don't want it to hit the camera. And because of that, they sent me an email that says that they have playlists of the music they use on Spotify. So I had checked out, there was one or two of their songs that I really, really loved the arrangement. So I was thrilled to have it. It was awesome. So as I'm laying in bed, oh my goodness, cannot get this pen to pick up anything. As I'm laying there, watching this channel, it was going through, it would show bits and pieces from, I had no idea how many shows they have. And there was this gorgeous piece of music. I sat there with, what's it called? There's no way I'm going to be able to remember it. You may be shouting at the screen. When you hold up the phone and you're like, what is this piece of music? Oh, I can see the icon. I can see my phone saying, thinking. Cannot think of it. Anyway, it couldn't recognize it at all. And so I thought, okay, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's lovely. So I just held up my phone and recorded it. I was like, I mean, it's on YouTube. I'm not going to sell it. And then I sat there. I was like, AI can find anything. If it used a piece of music, and if it's already has all these playlists on Spotify, it has to be there somewhere. So I'm sitting there describing all of these things. I'm like, okay, Siri, find me, and here's hoping it doesn't start. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Saying to my phone, find me a Cirque du Soleil show that has people riding bikes. Well, that seems to be in every single show, so that didn't help. I stumbled upon one. I was like, oh, I kind of like that. I said, show me one that has cockroaches. There really is a show that includes cockroaches. Oh, sorry. See, this is stuck. Hang on. Okay, got it pulled off. So I was like, okay, if it can find a show that has cockroaches, then I've got to just do better at describing it. Still couldn't figure it out. Listened to it, rewound it, watched it over and over again. And then I happened to rewind it to just the right spot. Excuse me, clear my throat. And it showed the name of the production. I believe it's called Ludo. And so then I just listened to the whole soundtrack. I found it. It is called Inside Me. Inside Me? Inside Man. I'll have to double check. And it's stunning. The music is so beautiful. And I cannot get it out of my head. Once I had the piece of music, then I was able to, on YouTube, do a search for maybe a lyric video so I could read the words. Because I also thought, I know Cirque du Soleil does different, they do performances in different languages in their shows, sometimes even spotlight different cultures. And so I thought, okay, well, maybe it feels like I'm picking up words in English, but maybe it's not. Come to find out, after finding a lyric video, it is what they call Cirque-ish, Cirque du Soleil's own little language, and it's kind of nonsensical. Sorry, I've got my tray on the edge here, so it's like teeter-tottering every time I was going in for a drill. Which is why every once in a while it would say a word that is an English word, and those are the ones I would catch. My brain had totally filled in all these other words, and it worked, but nevertheless, it was just sounds and really powerful. My goodness, I looked for the singer. His name is Darius, and he didn't have any other songs on Spotify. My goodness, he such a great voice. But all of that made me think about what I guess is me having, I don't know if obsessive is the right word, addictive maybe as well. But I latch on to these things. Diamond art is a great example of it. And I don't seem to ever go in small. I'm kind of feet first, all in. And this music was no different. As I was stuck in traffic for 40 minutes, I just kept playing it. Oh, I don't know if I have any more. Kept playing it over and over and over. And it's beautiful. And I can hear it still in the back of my head. And so I will put a link to it in the video, just in case you're interested. Let's give this guy Darius a little publicity for his amazing voice. That did not work very well. Okay, let's get that there. And there might be a few more over here. I like these designs, but the canvases have been really tricky to distinguish the symbols. Maybe it's more obvious in the camera than it is with my eyes. That would also not surprise me. I have old eyes anymore. So the other thing I was thinking about, before we jump onto that. So what are the things that maybe you kind of get hooked on? Foods, music, crafts? I don't know, it'd be probably nice if I got on a cleaning binge. That has never, ever, ever happened to me. Oh no, there is a G. Holy smokes. Okay, well, now, look at that. I'm gonna bring it under. There's a C, and then all the way down here, there's a G, and it's an AB. Oh boy, I might have to take all that out. Well, that may be changing, but isn't that awful? They're the same color, C and G. Look, I'll show you here. C and G. They're almost identical. I should have trusted my gut. I apparently didn't look very well. Well, maybe I'll change what I'm doing. Hang on, I'll be right back. Yep, halfway through my 15 minutes, and yeah, changing out the canvas because that's gonna take some time to pick everything out. So let's zoom in. We're gonna work on this ice cream sundae. I just can't believe it. Makes me really sad. Not surprised, but hopefully this one will go a little better. Gosh, there's a lot of drills here. I have to make sure I keep them very separate so I don't mess anything up. Okay, well, one of the other things I did, as I mentioned, I finished the the Rainbow Stormtrooper. I also finished a canvas that I had started months ago, but I had to walk away from it. Hang on, let me pause and see what number let's start with J, so 18. Oh, these aren't in order. Great. We're doing a great job today, everybody. What is 17? Maybe we'll start. No, it's not gonna work. Okay, I'll just keep going through. It's gotta be here somewhere. 18, there we go. 18 and 19, probably what we're looking for. So it's the superheroes on atop a skyscraper eating lunch in New York. It is my first canvas by numbers piece. I discovered this company when I very first got into diamond art, and I was really excited because they had incredible pieces. I'm gonna move this down here. And sorry, we're back to having this awful sound. And it's licensed artwork, but it is challenging. I believe those of us who do Diamond Art Club pieces are spoiled, and when we go to do other canvases, well, they're just not the same quality, and I don't notice it until I finish it and then go somewhere else. And yeah, it was a real struggle, so I had to put it away. I was determined while watching the Olympics. I felt kind of like a captive audience and thought, well, what else am I going to do? I'll sit and work on this one. I want to get it done. I have to say, it's one of the canvases that when you look through your camera or take a picture of it, it doesn't look too bad. But without the camera, it feels like it was a canvas that needed to be probably double the size so that you can really see the detail. I will be posting it on my Instagram today for my finished Friday. So if you're interested, you can see it. I don't know. I think it was the smallest of the canvases I purchased, and I gotta tell you, I think I have probably a dozen of theirs to do that I had purchased, and I have some real giant ones. I don't even know how I'm gonna tackle them. It's gonna have to definitely be a clear the kitchen table experience, and it might take me up to a year. But what I did learn was that's how I finished the Rainbow Stormtrooper. I had to almost clear my palette. I would get it was so confetti heavy, And it's a square canvas, and the squares weren't the best quality, and there was lots of gapping. And so I had to step away and run and grab my other one and work on it just so I wouldn't lose my mind. And that's how I finished the Stormtrooper. So when I finished this superhero one, again, glad I did it. It's a piece I've always loved. I immediately ran and grabbed a Mrs. Butterdee Artist Room by Diamond Art Club. It's got lots of color blocking. It is going to, it's rounds, so it should work much faster than what I was doing, because it would take me, probably 2 to 3 hours at least to do each 10 by 10 little section. So the fact that I am already through the top row of Mrs. Butterdee's canvas, and I've been working on it for 2 days, yeah, it's exactly what I needed. And I'm gonna save these smaller ones for these little sessions, because, well, I have a smaller work area that I film on, and it just is more convenient. So far, so good. Let me see. Sorry, I'm gonna move this back, crinkle, crinkle, and then flip this. I just have a few more J's to do down here. And then we'll switch out our colors. All right. So, Olympics. Is anybody else a couch potato while those are going on? I love curling. Love it, love it. I'm looking forward to, today was the day mountaineering was supposed to start. Cannot wait to watch that. That is got to be an Ironman, but on snow. Oh, looks intense. I'm amazed at what people can accomplish. Oh, there's another J up here. Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. Maybe I'll just pause. Hang on. Okay. I'll put this color back. Yeah, what people do blows my mind. It's breathtaking, awe-inspiring. One of the things I do in my office is every once in a while we'll do a question of the day. Hang on, I know I pulled this other color out. Oh, good gracious. Oh, there it is. Which would you rather do? Would you rather do luge, which is, of course, flying down ice inches away but on your back, or skeleton, which is flying down ice face first? So not feet first, but you're lying on your stomach head first down the ice. So that was the question of the day this week in the office. Which would you rather do? And it was entertaining what people would come up with. I could almost choose people's answers based on what I know about them. Definitely the guy who was like, I would do both. I would do any of it. Then you have the people who would do neither. I am in that category. Although I think I would feel a little safer doing luge than skeleton. I don't know. There's something about being able to see where you're going, though. I would prefer that. But some people are like, nah, I'd rather not see anything. I'd rather just kind of go sailing down. But then that also brings up bobsled, which all of a sudden feels like a clunky car you're driving down the track. And it's like, are you even trying? you're hiding behind this big metal, I don't know, it's probably not metal anymore, but you're protected, and they must just look at you and go, psh, wimp. I don't know. One of those things. I am happy to sit on my couch and watch. Okay, see, I'm gonna zoom in here. K, I think that's a V, K. They're just challenging. They really, if they could get these letters sorted out and much printed more clearly, I would be very happy. But it's work. I don't want to have to work to figure it out. So that is my question to you. Which would you rather do, skeleton or luge? Or are you like me and you're happy to watch any of it from the comfort of your home with a blanket on? I'm excited. Hockey, love hockey. Men's hockey started, but I really enjoyed watching the women play. It's almost like you can see the plays being set up instead of just the fights. And I love going to a hockey game. I love watching hockey. I don't mind the fights, but it's good to see that there's actually some thought and it's not just chaos and hitting each other. I don't know. Everybody has their own things they like. I grew up watching skating. My husband doesn't enjoy it, so I actually haven't seen it for years, which is kind of a shame. I know I would quite enjoy it. It's breathtaking what people can do. Speed skating, oh, short track. That is also, we watched, yes, oh, well, okay, I guess I can't say things because I don't want spoilers to go out. So I guess I won't talk about that. But, well, we can talk about, I won't talk about results, but I will talk about starts. So watching, if I learned that if there's a fall that happens before the first lap is completed, they do a complete restart. Yesterday we were watching, and I think there were 4 restarts in one of the heats. Boy, you really have to mentally be tough to be able to get back out there. And gosh, even diamond darting, there's so much energy that goes into starting, and to have to do that over and over, that is, my hat is off to those athletes. I mean, every athlete, my goodness, they're on the Olympic stage. Okay, let me back this out a little and change my section. Actually, I guess we can stop there because it looks like my time is pretty much up. Wow. I hope you had a great week. I hope that listening to this 30 minutes of nonsense gives you a break. I hope you feel that you made progress this week, even if you, gosh, even just, I don't want to say got out of bed because I know sometimes that's even too much. Even if you were able to just join here and click on this channel, I hope that you see that you are doing your best, and I'm glad to have you here. I hope you feel a little break from the chaos that is life these days. I'm so proud of you. I hope that you'll be back next week and we can chat about that thing, the craziness that we call life. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next week. Bye.